isn't. It's not my fault.
I met somebody recently by an American approximating what he thinks a Bollywood film would sound like. Look, man, we had a town. And we had some film.
Yeah, we're killing time.
We went for it.
Been too long since I
Anybody else do a
fight.
Bollywood Shining this week? No, right? Well, there you go. Kids all rules. This chick
Heads up.
is like Jack
Viewpoint,
Torrance, man.
I
She's
shoot.
the Jack Torrance of Kitsall. She is her job to maintain. She has to go, like, after 21 years of not being used, the pipes in the ground were brittle. Some of the houses, the roofs were leaking.
Yeah.
She's got this, like, laundry list of to-do shit that, like, it'll take her 12 lifetimes to get everything done. But bit by bit, row by row, she has slowly, over the course of almost 8 years, brought the town back to the point where you could look at it and be like, it's not covered in weeds and fucking.
Yeah.
And she tries to preserve the culture as it was in 1983, hence leaving up the board with all the fucking curling names and shit. So now she was into the idea of like heaven on earth, like this will be a fucking resort town or something.
Yeah.
But recently, the guy who bought it, Sotharian, whatever, the Indo-Canadian businessman,
He's like, whores.
yeah, he's like, you know what's gonna save this town? Hooker town, man. We put our own hookers in the middle of nowhere. Canadian hookers I'm talking about. They're nice. They're corn-fed. These are the best kind of hookers. Men hookers, women hookers, cat hookers, dog hookers, boozy.
We'll call it Beaverwood.
Get it, pussy dick. Yeah, man, it's right there. It's fucking shit writes itself. It's done printing money. And mind you, when we print it, bring different colored inks. Our money
It's plastic.
is not fucking green. The completion date for the Heaven on Earth Resort was set for 2011, but in recent years, Scott, a few things have changed. This comes from an article from messychic.com. The time capsule goes down, waiting to be brought back to life. Did they really?
Well, I mean, here's what also out there.
Safety's
like,
off.
The guy's just like, I am going to buy this town and I'm going to turn it into a resort and I'm going to hire one.
I know, that's the crazy thing, man. He's like, you are in charge of all of this.
He's like, this will take me a lifetime. He's like, okay.
He's like, goodbye. Forever.
You're welcome.
Bring back Shimalinga. That's what it looks like, man. It looked like somebody stole their Shankara stones. This fucking town is dead.
They do it early.
They took the sacred stone. The Shankara stone? No, they want you
Means a
bitch.
lot to me that you made the lifeline safe. Thanks again.
So we can
Now you're here to trade.
You bring back Shimalinga, and we
Let's see what you got.
Everything's guaranteed to last.
Many
Until it
brooms,
doesn't.
no stone. She heard. All I saw in the piece besides her was this one dude with a weed whacker, man. And I was like, they didn't talk to him at all. There's nobody in this town except her, and they keep going. She's the only person in the town.
He's the worst interview ever.
He's in the background going like, what the fuck about me, eh?
Yeah, I got things to say.
You wouldn't even see these hoses if it weren't for me whacking the weeds like I does, and she doesn't do that. Can I be on the CDC?
Fucking Canadian Popeye.
I'd like to be on the CBCs as well. You stay over there. You keep whacking them weeds.
Keep walking weeds. No one wants to talk to you.
One day, Krishna, I'm gonna be in charge. The guy owning the weed whacker. Is the hand that controls the world. Kid Salt, one day, Scott, Mr. Suntharian, he calls up the mayor, this lady, and he goes, we've got a new plan. Not hookers. And the plan is this. Natural gas, Scott. Think about it. British Columbia has a vast natural gas resource.
Yeah.
And they have a buyer, the Asian market. So what this guy is now proposing, instead of a fucking resort, is we have a turnkey mining town instead of going into the mine. And they could go back into the mine for that element molybdenum.
Yeah.
It is now valuable again. But the natural gas underneath.
More valuable.
Way more valuable. So this guy's proposing they build a pipeline from Kitsault to the coast.
Yeah.
And then that
ship it to China.
Yes, they'll cool the gas vapor into a liquid, and then it gets sold to China. So this guy for $5 million,
he's fucking making out like a bandit.
Maybe if they go for it. So far, he hasn't had it. He's trying to put investors.
He's like, I was fucking working on a resort town.
Yeah, what happened to Hookerville?
Yeah, I don't know if it was ever substantiated, but I heard a rumor that there were some hookers coming.
Gasville? I don't want to live in Gasville. I want to live in Hookerville.
Now that's a natural resource.
Canada's finest. Women and men, I don't discriminate.
Yeah, well, you get a few coconuts in me. A hole's a hole.
I smoked a whole pack of players, and now I'm ready to have some sex.
I'm living up here by myself. With the mayor.
I got through my packs of players and my Dunhills and my Benson and Hedges, Deluxe Ultralight Menthol 100s. I got nothing left to smoke.
Did you sip these fucking weed?
Look alive.
Awaiting your...
But at the end of a long day of whacking them, I don't really want to smoke them either. And believe me, I tried. Tried to whack them too.
Oh, Lord.
Fucking well, me and her.
She talk to me.
She won't let me talk to the CBC.
So I won't talk to no one.
Except you.
And Helly Bob.
But he don't listen. He talks after, you don't really listen. But you know that already. Well, some say Helly Bob's a good listener because, I don't know why they say that.
Yeah. I don't know who says it either.
Probably that fucking bitch.
Yeah. Who's fucking keeping me down. She doesn't want me talking about my idea for a prostitute resort.
She's using me as muscle, but none of my ideas are good enough for her. I says to her hookers, I says over and over.
I says, no one tires of pussy.
Yeah, you know what never goes out of style? You know what's never down in the markets? Pussy. And cock, if you're into that sort of thing. I realize in the modern age, we have to provide both kinds of hookers. And I'm also all for hookers for dogs, because we're so in the middle of nowhere. Say you're traveling with your dog. Your dog hasn't had a fucking day.
We'll have some huskies. Some frisky huskies.
Very good looking, attractive, shaved. With a little landing strip.
Look alive.
You ever been with a shaved dog?
You will and get salt.
Yeah. I get what I want.
The only law in Kid Salt is the law of your desire.
It's like Hostel.
We're in the middle of nowhere. Who's to say no? We can eat flesh.
Well, we could if she wouldn't fucking keep me.
And these are all the ideas I feed her. But no, natural gas. Yeah, $30 billion to the province. Yeah, that makes sense. Hookers, that's what this province is missing. Whatever. Not in fucking British Columbia, dude. That's where I saw, hookers the first time. I didn't see hookers in fucking New York. In Vancouver, it reads.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it,
got a sign on them going
like I'm a hooker. And if they don't, and you don't figure it out, by the time you walk past them, they'll let you know kind of in no uncertain terms by being like, I'm a hooker. I'm a hooker, hey? Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Oh.
Okay.
How's that working out? Oh, not bad.
Not bad. Could be better.
Do you know what a hooker does? Yes, I do. Good morning.
Having the privilege board above
Well,
the
good morning to you. Did that end or begin the conversation?
Would you like to
You
do
think the Commonwealth
smoking?
looks bad? You should see the Capitol recently.
Lips or hips, mister? What? Lips or hips?
Ready, sir?
Me?
What's the mission? Search and retrieve research patrol, sir.
I just
Like
want to
data?
make movies.
You watch my back.
Oh, we can
Let's
make
do
a
this.
movie
Yes, sir.
too.
I'll mark the location on your map. After you, sir.
Why are you crying then? Canada, no me. Canada, no me.
Oh, Jesus. This is a new place.
Silent screaming into a bucket fetal position.
Oh, no, it's not.
Please don't fuck me,
Please don't
I
fuck
think you
me,
understand
okay.
prostitution.
You have to pay.
Yeah, this is only if you want it. Help, please! Oh, shoot, quiet now. She's trying to hook me. Boy from Brussels. Get me out of here. You need an ear lift. What happened? What happened? Oh, hooker trying to hook me.
Nah, I said he was bull.
Urian drop-off was, you know, as we were paying attention to each other as we bobbed. Yeah. Like they really, it'll say, let them know you heard it here. I don't know. You played it, you vouched for it.
I'm playing it, and like my whole household's playing it.
You gotta be as clever as you. The only way to do it is by going to velocity.com. 30 years though, dude, that was 30 years ago. And there was an article I read this weekend that was also 30 years ago that fucking I spaced on this and I didn't remember. In the midst of the Cold War, but they released a report recently where they were like, fuckers were so close to death, but you know, in 1983 or something like that, Urian drop-off was going to hear about the Ugarbill. I want to go to Ugarbill. We will take this Ugarbill by force.
There's a button there.
Program this one for Ugarbill.
Go around Hookerville.
Blow everything but Ugarbill. Do we have a bomb that will bring Ugarbill to us? No.
Hey, get me, Bob.
And Urian drop-off. But, you know, just like, this feels wrong.
Yeah. Smells like first strike.
And so they were like, in order to deal with first strike, we strike first. So they started up, isn't that fucking crazy? They started up the fucking machinery
To do it.
to launch a first strike because they thought that they were going to be first struck based on these movements, troop movements, now the troop movements predicated on. And then I don't know if you remember because I had a vague memory of this, but it fucking blew my mind when I read about it. 1983, Korean Air Flight 007. It's a flight that leaves from New York and it's on its way to Korea. And it did one fueling stop somewhere between the way, like 3 in the morning or something. Took back off and was getting to Korea. And apparently, back in planes back in the day, and still to this day, there are 2 different settings you can set your autopilot for. One is called heading, which just generally puts you in the direction of, like, I want to go north. So it sets you at 15 degrees usually of where you're going. And the other, I think, is called INS, and that's a little more GPS oriented, it sounds like, where it gets you there very specifically.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's still the pattern, but apparently at night, when you're flying these long, like 19-hour flights or whatever, you know, it's not like being on the road where you gotta pay attention. You might go off the road and shit, like, fucking
Air traffic controllers, you're being tracked.
And the beauty of being in an airplane, the scary thing is you can follow this guy and you die, but the beauty is you're not gonna bump into anything because you're way high and fucking up and shit. So generally pilots set shit to autopilot, get some Z's, catch some rest themselves and stuff. Tug one, of course. So these guys are flying to Korea. Like maybe an hour out, 2 hours after flying out. What happened when they were autopilot?
Stop.
Spy planes of the day, the U.S. would send up a spy plane that would do figure eights Russian airspace to try to pick up spy planes crossing over. Planes look like passenger planes, commercial airlines. They use like 747s, DC-10s, whatever the fuck the planes of the day. Like they didn't make brand new special
It wasn't like
planes.
Firefox.
No, that came later when Clint Eastwood was like, we need a fast plane with Firefox. Most of the planes they were using for surveillance.
Hey man, what?
All of a sudden, it's 50 miles off
serious?
its course, and it's flying into Russia. So the Russians scrambled to fight. Check it out. Send them up there. They hail plane. They're like, Flight 007, you are in Russia now. Father Russia does not permit this. Get out and take your vessel elsewhere. The nuclear vessels. They tried to hail them. They didn't respond. Then they launched some shit across their front. Yeah, just to be like, hey, we're here, motherfucker. Nothing. They didn't get a response. And then the word came from fucking up above Kremlin, whatever the fuck. They were like, take it down. And they fucking shot this passenger airliner out of the air. Took it right the fuck down. Now, this is 1983. This is the Cold War. So granted, nobody was getting any black box. Nobody was getting any more information than what Russia put out there. And Russia said, they had to cop to it. They're like, at fucking 11 a.m. we shut down a plane that we think was a spy plane. And they blame America right away. Going like, this is an American plot. Like, they
Flying to spy.
well, they knew this plane was, and they knew it was a Korean airliner, but they're like, if it weren't for Americans, like, flying figure eights so close to our airspace that look like fucking passenger planes, like, they're ultimately responsible for this, and tensions were already so high, which is not technically.
Your hand is on the tree.
Bingo. There is blood on the hands of an American fucking pig that is Uncle Sam. Russian pig. Uncle Sam is a pig. He was a hat. He is a funny pig with a hat. Which one had they take the plane down, and so for years, it's all anybody over here knew about. If you had family on the plane, you know, they were just like, Russians shot that plane down.
Yeah.
That's what made America go, fuck, we're gonna set some war games just to show these fuckers that, like, you know, again, it's Reagan's America, so it was like, show these fuckers. Was Reagan president in 83?
Yeah. I think he was president in 88.
You know that? Wasn't he from 8? No. So was he?
No,
Yeah, he was 88, because he was most of the 80s, we were Reagan. And then 88 was Bush Senior.
Yeah, Bush Senior.
So,
And then 92 was Clinton.
So homeboy, Reagan is all sorts of, like, you know, show strike, man. They're fucking taking down a goddamn passenger plane full of innocent people flying through. Fuck it, let's go show them that time comes. So they sent a bunch of fucking troops over there.
Oh, Jesus.
They thought we were sending missiles. Because aside from, you know, people being told they were shot down, blown out of the sky, there's always, you know, people that conspiracy people wanting to believe. So there was this kind of the plane wasn't destroyed, they were landed and all in prison in the Siberian prison camp. Yeah. So, you know, if you had a daughter or son or fucking husband or wife on the plane, you'd probably rather prison camp, and maybe one day they could get out rather than believe that they died. It turns out they were not blown out of the sky. They did not blow up. That's the official story. There's no bodies, no. So they were like, they assumed that the missiles just took it out of the sky. But after the wall came down, the pilots who took the plane, the guy, one of the pilots was like, I remember looking at the plane and thinking, this is strange because it had 2 floors on it. The windows were like light coming from the window, and normally surveillance planes don't have 2 floors. But I had orders, and I did as I was told. They shot the back tail end of the plane, and the plane didn't blow up. It flew for 11 more minutes, but flew on the everybody on board was either killed.
Oh. Brutal.
I forgot that story. I mean, I remember hearing something about Russia shooting a fucking passenger plane, but probably because A, I was 13, and B, because it was a war. Like, what happened? What do you mean, man? Hannibal Akbar told you it was a trap. 1983 Return of the Jedi. But it was a compassionate outcry from the average 13-year-old American. Fat American movie. Hey, don't put that part in, man. 30 years ago, they blew that fucking plane out of the sky. It's still near the island. And I guess whatever it was that just had like a nation, some shit started washing up on the shore, luggage and shit like that. So they built a little no bodies ever found. And I think they finally gave them black box or something like that. But they said there's one more report about it that's been sealed. All this information came out because of the Freedom of Information Act. It's just one more so they're hoping to, they've been asking them to release it, and they hope they're going to release it in the next 5 years. Can you imagine? That was a time when the tension was so fucking high that, like, passenger plane was in the Russian airspace, and they I guess they thought, like, maybe it says nuclear payload.
So many fucking enemies in here.
Would you blow up a fucking plane that had a nuclear payload? Wouldn't that blow up the nuclear bomb?
Probably. That'd be a very good chance.
Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Make sure
I
you
guess the
clear out.
idea is, like, it's better if the nuclear bomb blows up in the air over an ocean.
Dude, you're gonna die.
Say That's why nobody ever taps me to be like, you're in charge of the war. So like, what happens if we bomb a plane with a bomb in it? Oh God.
Hey, crazy American continent. Hookers.
I would pick this guy everything. Hookers, bombs, war.
Gotta get bombed.
Horrifying events. 1983.
What else happened in 83? It's like a Jeff show.
This is super down the rabbit hole of 83. That was way earlier. Don't be a dick. No, I think that was 82. Raiders lost.
Wait, what?
81 or 82.
I think it's 81.
I saw it when I was in. Yeah, I think you're right. It was 81 because I saw it when I was in 5th grade.
Because you need to be moving faster than that.
I was like, I saw this fucking movie. The dude was better than James Bond. He was like, no way, no way, he's better than James Bond. Fuck you. And then he went and saw it. He's like, right. He's got a whip. And my point was like, James Bond, this guy's got a whip. And he's like, a whip. Like James Bond's got a car that shoots bullets and shit. But you know, I don't know, maybe because he's American or whatever. But
Search
like,
the area.
people are just gonna but for whatever reason, fucking people came around.
Cool. Let's get the fuck out of here.
This guy is better than he braves up for a whip. 83 was Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
And 83, I mean, I guess we were still in the height of the midst of the fucking Cold War.
I don't know. It was different. I'm trying to think if it was different being in Canada.
Did you feel the Cold War again, or were you guys just like, well, we don't compete with anybody?
Oh, well, that's their problem.
Yeah. I mean, the only problem is that we're here, but other than that,
Guilt by association.
we should build a wall.
A bomb wall.
But it would protect us, the bomb wall.
The bomb wall. Ellen Gordonson from Kitchener. And her bomb wall.
I was watching the TV, see, and they start telling me about the Star Warses, and I says, oh, my boy, he likes the street, loves the Wookiees, the big dogs that walk in space. So he sits down and watches, but there's not talking about Darth
he
Vader
talking
or anything
about?
like that, or Ben Princess Leia. No, they're talking about Star Wars in space, a nuclear missile program that would shoot bad guys' missiles out the air. So I says, okay, if that's in play, bomb wall.
Bomb wall.
Bomb wall.
It's cheaper. And it puts Canadians to work.
Bomb
Not
wall.
Martians up there in space building their Star Wars. Man. There are no Martians. So
And I just want to say, Alec Guinness was really...
the Lavender Hill Mob, like these were great performances before they put a magic stick in his hand and made him talk to a boy in the desert. Who does that to a great actor? He would have been well protected by a bomb wall. Helen lost the point.
She does quite regularly. Next on the Ellen Show.
And the bomb wall was never built. I mean, what was it like in Canada? Was there any sense of...
It was still, it was still out there. I mean, it was like, you can't help but, because there's so much...
Did they ever say on TV, they're like, look, kids, you can be scared. This is a message from the Canadian government. Kids, it's
Not our problem.
essentially, kids, it's okay to be scared of nuclear war, but only if you're visiting America.
Yeah.
You stay up here, nobody's throwing bombs at us, eh? You had no sense of like...
No. There was like, I mean, because there's...
You weren't probably as scared as me, though.
I mean, I'd say that
About
every
everything.
day.
Okay. That's the bomb. Yabble dabble. And I try to get myself out of there. Like, look at your eyes, trying to fucking genie it out.
Snapping your head around.
Yabble dabble. It won't work, Mom. She's like, it never worked. When you were a child, I would pretend it worked. I would say, well, where's my little fat genie? And I would say, here I am. You're 43 now, Kevin. It's time you realized Yabble Dabble doesn't work and you're not a genie. If I'm not a genie, Mom, What am I? You're morbidly obese.
Is that a step below it?
Is that my way to geniedom? Is that like if you go to Hogwarts? Is that like junior year?
I mean, we're in the thick of it. That was like, I remember that was the year of the Winter Olympics and the hockey.
So,
wasn't that
finish.
80 or 79? 79 or
well,
Excuse me,
year
Scribe
when
Halen.
America won?
Did you find that technology yet?
That was like right, I saw that and then...
What
that's
tech?
You believe in miracles? Yes.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Great. I'll get this documented
Which,
and
like a
here
lot of Americans always
your
point to
payment
it.
for a
As
successful
America beat
recovery.
Russia on ice,
Tech
'cause
will
Russia
always be in
remains
demand.
superpower
Once you're ready,
everywhere and on ice. But that's American thing. As a Canadian, you
What do
should
I have to
fucking
do?
retrieve a
point
piece of
right
tech
to
from
the
a given
most
location
important
while
game against the
eliminating
Russians
any
of all time.
opposition.
Affirmative.
Russia
What I like to
72.
hear. I'm
That's
mark a
when
location on your
fucking
map.
the Canadians put
Stay
together the
alert.
Canadian national team to fight the Russians. The Russians come before, you know, the whole
If you find
America
any
beats Russia.
technical
Canada fucking
Canada,
beat Russia.
going after him.
Bobby Clark fucking taking that one dude.
By the time you showed your face,
like took
I
his
think that
leg
area's
out.
clear.
This is what kind of hockey they played. They were getting their asses whooped. Like, you know, Canada's game is hockey, and all of a sudden, Canada, Russia, 72.
You really have to ask?
Alan
Yeah,
Eagleson,
I have to ask. It's called my
the
job.
agent who went wrong
Here's where
later
you're
on,
owed.
he got prosecuted
Recon's
for
always
crimes and
coming.
shit like that.
Once you
Robbed
prep
Bobby
for your
Orr
next
a lot of
mission,
money and shit.
come find me.
Al Eagleson, he puts together this
I'm ready.
Better be.
um,
I'll mark.
tournament
See you in the
essentially,
target.
between what's supposed to be the best hockey players, the Canadian hockey players,
Canadian.
the best hockey players from all across Canada, including NHL players, versus the Russian team. You know, the Reds, the fucking, I don't know what they call, not the Red Army team, the Russian team.
Yeah.
So, they put together a series of games that are going to be played across Canada and then in Russia as well. So I believe they started in Vancouver and then went to, I want to say Montreal and then Toronto, and then they might have went to Winnipeg. I think those are the three. And then they went to Moscow and played Moscow and played a couple other places. We all know Moscow in Russia, but I guess there was a couple other
St.
places.
Petersburg.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't remember ever hearing St. Petersburg, but the tournament was meant to be. Who was the hockey Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And, you know, it was meant to be a fun fucking thing and shit, but it turned ugly real quick because, you know, this was Canada's protecting its national heritage. Hockey was the game they invented, but there was a Canadian dude who, after one of the wars, one or two, stayed over in Russia and started teaching them the game. They also had their version of the game, but it wasn't the game that we played. And so the Russians kind of invented almost a new, faster game of hockey and a new way of training. And they were doing it in a world where there were no cameras, there was nothing televising this. So secretly, they put together over the course of like 10 years or something, this insanely elite, fucking unbeatable hockey team that redefined the game. Speed, accuracy, no brutality though. All about skill over will, I think, more than anything else. But the way they
Skill
trained
over
it was
will.
like, you know how you get a fucking team full of amazing hockey players? You tell them you fucking play it, or you go to Siberia, or you get put to fucking death. And that's how they
good, I go to Siberia.
So these motherfuckers played for their lives.
We're
and
good,
shit
I go
like
to
that. So
death.
they were the best of the best. They come over to Canada, and Canada's like, of course, we're gonna kick their asses, and it's all the usual suspects, except Bobby Orr didn't play, and they wouldn't let Bobby Hull play, and he was a big superstar at the time, because he had just left to go join the WHA. So you got Phil Esposito, Tony Esposito, you got Ken Dryden. This is where
Kenny Dryden.
This is where Kenny Dryden comes to life, because the first few games he fucking shits the bed, man, and fucking he's the thinker of the team, of Team Canada, the writer. He's Wall of Fame and shit like that, but he casual on the ice before. So they had a team of fucking superstars, man, including Bobby Clark, who was on the Flyers. And Bobby Clark wasn't even supposed to play
Proctor,
in the NHL.
I came across a
Like,
holotape
diabetic.
with a full scan of the Institute's network.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. Wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
He goes, let me fucking call a doctor. Is anybody here a doctor? Do we know this? And he goes, so he calls
You
the
didn't
doctor.
expect
He's
me to
like, I got
survive
a
the
player.
trip?
He's
A device
diabetic.
like the
How's that
signal
affect his
interceptor
fucking-"
is way
The
out of
guy's
my
like,
league.
as long as he fucking
I was
regular.
hoping you'd make it, but I find it tough to have faith in technology I don't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
What do you hope to find on there?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxon gave you all of the details? Good luck.
Yeah. Alright. Oh my god, so fucking close to leveling up. What are you doing? You still with me? Going to the put one. Where are you going? I'm going to the put one.
If you're looking for your safe haven.
Attention, Bravo 6-4, report to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2.
Finished your mission?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Here's something for your considerable troubles. We'll be sending out scribes again soon, so check back if you can lend a hand.
I found some technical documents for you.
Splendid. I'll put them to use right away. Here are the caps that I promised. Remember, the Commonwealth is an almost unlimited source for these technical documents. Check every building you explore during your patrols very carefully, and you might be pleasantly surprised at what you find.
Pain in the ass, I gotta do that. Alright, cool. Who'd have known? So much crazy stuff on this playthrough. Built a lot of cool things.
Glad to have you on the team.
Went into a very heavily armored, defended place. Picked up a dance. There he is. Hello. Nice headlamp. Jesus, that thing is bright. Alright. We go out there next time. We should go find where they... Oh, there it is. Look at... There it is. What was it? It was in that building. Not to that building. There's Bunker Hill. I gotta get to Bunker Hill. Oh my god. Alright, well, until then, and goodbye and goodbye.